Trip tracks. Effbee. So now it's Effbee Lounge. It's me, cake, bread, a bottle of liquor, my bitch, and a 4-pound. It's lights, camera, action, nigga, we on now. Stronger than the struggle, so we wore it down. And ain't nothing watered down, this shit live and direct. Niggas' names ringing loud.
But season 2 of Effbee Lounge, and to everybody who's a part of it, I really am feeling this whole vibe.
Talk about that then. For now, Lance wins the safe bet, so it's Effbee. LoWnge.com, nigga. Effbee. Smooth operator, operating correctly. Effbee. With the checks and intellect, I'll make sure you respect me. Effbee. Wow! 3K to the fullest. Effbee. So now it's Effbee Lounge. What's up, Brooklyn? What's up, world? Welcome to another edition of Effbee Lounge as I chill with my new members of my family. Looking crazy and shit. Matter of fact, let me let everybody introduce themselves first before we get into the topic, which will be single parenthood. I feel like a single parent right now with all these fucking kids. No, that wasn't good?
No.
All right, All right, so y'all pick which way y'all go. Introduce yourselves.
It's Lorena from Brooklyn.
Lorena de Brooklyn. I like saying that shit.
I'm Felicia from Staten Island.
She be lying and shit. No, trust no Staten Island. Yeah.
What's up? I'm Kat from Manhattan, Uptown.
Adrian Norman, also known as Eighth. See the name, get used to the face. Best style.
He said get used to the pain. Listen.
Tagline. I didn't know I was supposed to come up with a tagline.
No, but check it out. I want to apologize to all my Brooklynites for having all these motherfucking foreigners on here and shit. I'm just realizing that. Shout out to Cake and Red, who are taking care of some things themselves this week, as well as Brigitte, as well as Janelle. And we got to shout out Janelle, because Janelle was dealing with some things. But love is love to her, all about FB family. And cousin, I love you. But listen, so let's get into this topic. Before we actually go into the topic of single parenthood, I want to get a definition, because I was debating with someone who I am
So how do you define
very
it?
cool with that. Hey, what's your definition of a single parent, though? Do you look at it as someone who doesn't have their father or mother in their life, or someone who just doesn't live in a household and is parenting by themselves? Or do you have an opinion on that shit at all?
My opinion would be probably just someone with a significant other. Takes two to make a baby, not in that child's life. So that person has to accept the responsibilities, have to handle that.
So you're saying that one of the parents is completely absent from the life, not giving any type of financial support or what have you.
Right.
What's your definition?
I think it depends, like you said. Sometimes, relax, steady, huffing and puffing.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead. I know this shit about to get technical, that's why I got
Well, the thing is, sometimes you could be in a relationship and still feel like you're a single parent if you're the one carrying the load and doing everything for the kids. So it's not necessarily, they have to be completely absent from the kid's life, but...
I get what you're saying. How about you?
For me, single parent is somebody who is completely doing it solo. The father is absent, no financial, no emotional support whatsoever. If the father's there, he's not giving you financial, but he's giving that emotional support, which is very important. Don't consider yourself a single parent.
Okay.
Because kids need that.
Queen.
I'm technically a single parent. I'm not married to my kid's dad, but he's in their lives every day just as much as I am. We're just not in the same household.
Okay, so now y'all have conflicting definitions, which is cool. I mean, because my original definition was when a child doesn't have the other parent in the life, period. But in going back and forth, as I started to look, I Googled the shit and read up some different definitions, things like that. If you look at it from the perspective of when you check married, separated, or single. So married or single. If you're not married or in that household with the person, there are many who consider that to be a single parent. Now, to me, there's no right or wrong in the shit. It's just our opinions and how we look at it. But I just want to make sure that we're on the same page in terms of what we're speaking about. So that's why I kind of want to feel what everybody's definition of. So if Alicia said something, I know what perspective she's coming from. Anyway, that being the case, Miss Cat, our technical little bumblebee, she has some statistics, and I want to go into some of those statistics. Do you think any of them are relevant at the moment? Because I remember one time my brother is my mother's son from a previous marriage. So my father raised my brother though. And all I ever knew was him being his father. Because I never knew this other man. I never, I was a kid and all this. This is my older brother. So one time me and my brother in the basement of my pop's crib. And I had to be like 24. My brother was like 30. And my brother's an emotional dude. He one of them dudes get tight, start, Navy nigga. So he start crying and shit. He drunk. Tipsy, me and him down there getting twisted up. And he started talking, and I said something about my father, and he was like, that's your father, that's not my father. And that's the first time that shit hit me. Like, it never even dawned on me, like, what the fuck are you talking about, that's not your father? But I realized that there was something in him that made him feel a sense of abandonment. Even though he received that love from someone, he still felt as if who he was supposed to get it from, he didn't get it from. So there was an issue there up to 30 years old. You know how niggas get drunk and truth start coming out. I'm 24 years old, never even gave this shit no consideration. I started listening to rap records a lot closer. These niggas be really under some emotional shit behind their pops missing. So those things being the case, the way these things affect our communities, I know there's crime statistics and things of that nature. But what I really wanted to get at today, and I'll say this and then I'll pass the wheel, is that, me personally, I'm trying to better myself in life. So I understand that I haven't done everything correctly, perfectly, or whatever the case may be. Being that's the case, if somebody offers me some constructive criticism, I'm going to take that and not take it personally if it can better me. Now, sometimes when we're speaking to mothers or fathers who are single parents, you'll say to them like, well, maybe you should have fucking got married before you had a baby. And they'll catch feelings behind that shit. But is this the appropriate way to do it? Because me, I don't give a fuck if nobody catch feelings. Not to the extent shit is going to make for good ratings if you catch good enough feelings. You know what I mean? But do you feel, and you're a single, you're not a single parent.
I'm single and I'm a parent. But do I do it by myself? No.
But do you feel as if given it to do over again, let's just take the married question for instance, would you have preferred to wait until you got married before you had a child?
To do it the politically correct way, if I had a chance to do it, I probably would have. I don't regret my babies. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret my babies, but I would have preferred to do it the proper way if I had the chance to do it over again. I guess, your past, your parents, and the way you were brought up kind of plays a part in that. I didn't come from a household where there was a mom and a dad to see that structure of that kind of relationship. So for me, it happened the way it happened. I guess maybe that's the way God destined it to be for me, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not mad at it.
If there's somebody out there who could pick up something from what we say, like we don't want to be, like niggas not perfect.
Not
you understand what I'm saying?
Not at all.
But there's a way in which you can structure your life. There might be somebody who's 16, 17 years old watching this shit. And I suggest that chicks out there have a husband before they have a baby. At least you have the baby with somebody who is showing some signs of being willing to commit to something. Like I've had women, girls, and I'm talking about I'm 16, 17 years old, talk about babies with me. And they're telling me they want to have a baby because at the time my hair was wavy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I like
because they want a baby with pretty hair.
I like your
really?
hair.
Yeah, I like your hair. You can give me a baby with pretty hair.
I got a homeboy who got green eyes. He used to get asked every day.
Do they know it would skip a generation? Like, their baby can get the naps from grandma, grandpa. It doesn't have to.
Adrian look like he got a bunch of babies. How many babies you got?
16, 15 babies. How many try to claim they had my kid?
That's another question.
Women tend to have babies to try and hold on to a man.
Exactly.
To think that's going to make the man commit. Yes, we're in a relationship for so many years, and then, okay, well, I want to be married. Maybe he doesn't want to be married. So what they do, they get knocked up, and they think that's going to change the dynamics of their situation. And it actually does it. It makes him scared to run. He didn't want to commit to you in the first place. To put that ring on that finger, he would have done that.
Yeah.
At year 3.
No, we do shit backwards.
Year 3.
We do shit backwards. We do shit backwards. Go ahead. You look like you was going to say something.
Yeah, also, like, my sister, she dealt with it, though. She went about it the right way. She had, she was married, Then after the second year being married, she had, you know, a child, had another child. Now she divorced, and now she's a single parent. So,
But no, it could happen. It could
you know
happen.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
In the sense that it all who the people is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to come together and make that situation work. You know, some people ain't shit. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. But you know what it is? Now, as I get older, I've learned to play the odds. Like my life has to be structured in a way where what gives me the best possible chance to succeed in it. So I've learned to play the odds. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, there may be something like, let's say, hustling, selling drugs. There's a good possibility that I can get money from this. There's a good possibility I can get locked up. So the way I weigh risk versus rewards is, you know, especially with technology nowadays, it's hard to beat the police now. Because there's ways in which...
Big cameras anywhere, satellite
But
zoom right
I
in.
have to put those odds up against each other. What's the odds that I'm going to reach the goal that I want to reach, which is to live a happy life? So in parenting, I believe, and y'all can correct me if anybody thinks I'm wrong, that the odds that the structuring for the parenting is better is if I'm married first.
Right.
Doesn't guarantee anything. Like you said, it depends on the people. You know what I mean? But do you believe that, is it a more ideal structure for the mother and the father to be under one roof, in your opinion?
Yeah, it definitely would. But you see kids, they divide both. They know the mother's gonna, you know, might disagree with something, so they're gonna go to the father. So they already find that bond at an early age on who they can get over on, who they can't.
No, that's up to the parents to structure themselves correctly where that can't happen as much. That's communication. And that's something I've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have to present that unified front.
Right.
As I'm why are you looking at me like that? Because
I'm paying attention.
when I was asking just now about whether or not the structure is better if the parents are both in the house, all of a sudden gay couples jumped into my head. Oh, yeah. And I didn't want to go straight there. I didn't even know if I was going to go there. Right? No, listen.
Jump in your
gay couples, they jumping around in my fucking head. Them niggas got a pink ballerina sleeve. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. But listen. Do you believe that that structure is healthy for the child as well as a heterosexual couple? Or are you going to tell me that bullshit about love?
No. Love is love, whatever. The reality of the situation is single parents have a much harder time taking care of a kid.
So you're just not going to answer my gay couple question?
I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
Especially if you don't have a good support group like other family members that really help you out and stuff like that. A lot of times, like when young girls get pregnant, they have a mother or another parent figure, aunt or whatever, who help them then support the kid, obviously, because that's the situation when kids have kids. So it's obvious, especially given like crime rates, education, and the fact that by generation, like she was saying, you don't have that role model, that structure, that family structure, that parenting to go by when you become an adult, or work your way to being an adult. You don't think that those things are important, or maybe there's not much emphasis on having a marriage and then a kid.
Okay. Now, I didn't hear nothing in there about no homos.
Yeah.
I'm listening real close.
It doesn't matter.
No. Do you
It
think
doesn't
no?
matter. I think what matters more is having a relationship, a structured relationship, a happy home that will facilitate, growth for whatever kid you have, no matter what the dynamic is. It could be grandparents who raise kids, maybe parents pass away, accidents happen, and grandparents support the kid. So it's not their biological mother or father, but they have that parenting structure at home. Gay or not gay, to women, to men, to whatever the family dynamic is, it could work out. Does that answer your question?
Fuck that.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
I want to know what you think about the homos. That's what I want. No, seriously. I do wonder if you believe that it is the same, like, can they raise a healthy environment as a heterosexual?
Why not is the question.
Why would I think not?
Why would you think not?
Why would I think not?
I'm asking you.
I think that shit is confusing. Two daddies? I think that shit is confusing.
There's a lot of kids.
Which one is daddy? Which one mommy? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
No.
what
And
do you mean?
I don't
No.
even think kids break it down that way.
They don't.
The other kids in school break it down that
They
way.
don't. They don't.
The fuck outta here.
No.
Don't push
Love-
your ignorant views
Thank
onto
you.
little kids. Kids don't know any of that stuff
You really-
until
you think that?
somebody like you comes along and
And
tells
points
them
it
that's
out.
confusing.
So hold on,
Yes.
wait. You're telling me
I'm telling you.
that with the amount of television shows, the amount of structure that suggests in a child's mind
What?
that men belong with women.
No.
Wait, listen to me. Listen.
Actually,
Let me finish.
no.
Let me finish my question.
Everybody's
There's a
animals
whole
anyway.
bunch of aspects of society that suggest that men belong with women.
Yes.
This is the creation of life. Adam and Eve is taught early.
Okay.
So you're telling me that other children in the class who have a mother and a father don't see that Steve's has a father and a father,
Adam and
and
Steve.
Steve's father is holding hand with Steve's other father. That's you telling me I have to come along to explain to them that something is weird about that shit?
Have you ever seen 2.5 Men?
I don't watch no fucking 2.5 Men.
They heard of it.
Okay, it's a
For a
household
child.
with a young kid and two guys happen to be brothers, but still.
For a child, first, I don't think the parents are gonna come to the schoolyard and hold hands and do all that extra.
Why not?
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't think
wait.
they are.
Why not? Why not?
They
Why not?
might, but I don't think they're
No,
gonna.
but why not?
Because it's just a schoolyard. Certain things, it's just
So I can't hold my wife's hand in the schoolyard?
you could, but I don't think because people like you,
People should
Aren't
have
children-
some discretion.
They-
There.
they'll have some discretion.
Aren't children
People like him, it's your
better off when they live amongst love? When they see their parents
they
expressing
are
affection?
better off when they live amongst love. But I don't think
what does that have to do with a man
a
or
male
woman or-
couple or female couple is
Yeah.
going to come and grope each other and hug and kiss at a schoolyard to pick up their child.
didn't say all that. I said
I
hold
mean,
hands.
you know,
I said hold
it's
hands.
not. It's
I said
not.
hold hands.
Okay.
It's not
why-
going to be as extreme as you might think. Kids don't really pay attention to that like you are thinking.
Yeah.
The people that corrupt them and make all of this is the adult, such as yourself, or somebody from the outside. In a child's mind, it's not what you think it is. It's all fun. It's games. It's not. Why is she holding her hand? They don't pay attention to that. It's what's taught to them, and if that's what you teach them, like a child doesn't know anything that they're not introduced to. And being
Exactly.
introduced to it is by showing them, by they mimic the behavior that they see. It's what they see. So I mean, what's around them. But they're not going to say something's wrong with it. They're not going to say it's wrong. They're going to be love
I
is
think
love to them.
that
That's all
more
it is.
concerning than even that topic is what about the parents that are fighting with each other?
Every
Single
day.
parents that fight with each other, that go to their kids' school and want to beat each other up in front of their
Thank
kid
you.
and all their other kids.
That's more of a concern than having a loving
Yes,
mommy
I
and a
think
loving
that's
daddy.
a bit more of a problem when it comes to
but we
raising
can't
a
talk
kid.
about two parents holding hands. We could talk about people fighting in the schoolyard.
No, because that's
Like, what
more
the fuck?
detrimental.
Like,
That
where did
is.
that part- no, but which one of these is more likely to
happen?
happen?
The people beating each other
In the fucking schoolyard. You
Yes.
see,
How
you
about
seen,
this? Yes,
wait,
I've seen
whoa.
it.
So you're
I've
telling me
seen it.
you've seen,
Yes.
wait, you've seen two people fighting each other in the schoolyard more than you've seen two parents holding hands?
I'm going to tell you what I've seen
Get
in
the
the
fuck
schoolyard.
outta here.
I've
What are you
seen.
talking about?
I'm going to tell
No.
because I pick up kids every day. I've seen a mother come pick up a child in a lace top with a mini skirt and some high heels. I've seen that.
What school you at? I wanna see that
I've seen
I need to see
a
that
mother
bitch.
or auntie. I've seen
Yeah.
a mother or auntie tell she's picking up one child from school but has a younger child that's not in school say punch him in the face to the uncle or whoever's holding the child. I've seen that. Like this is the nonsense that you've seen. I've seen a mother bring her unnecessary emotional nonsense and drama to the school
Exactly.
where she breaks down crying and drops on the floor for what? Attention? I've seen that. That's more detrimental to a child than
A couple
holding their
Let's
hand.
say, let me personalize a little bit. Let's say your son sees two men holding hands, right? So he wants to hold his friend's hand. How do you respond to that?
How about this? I work with children 5. My son has a best friend, and when we walk to and from school, they hold hands with best friends.
What if they kiss?
No, there's no kissing. The boys don't do that. Now,
Boys don't kiss girls
They
at
don't.
5?
The boys and girls. This is how it is.
Whoa, I mean,
I'm
answer
telling-
the-
I'm
answer-
telling
keep it
you.
100, keep it 100.
I am. I'm telling you.
Boys
the
don't kiss
children-
girls at 5?
Right now the boys are like.
I was
"Ew."
kissing girls at 5.
Okay, that's because that's the
Oh,
environment
I'm
you were
just a
brought
fucking weirdo, right?
No, you
I'm
were
just
just
a pervert.
fresh. These boys aren't fresh. Children are so innocent. They
Boys
know-
don't kiss girls at 5?
They do if they are introduced and if they are taught. These children are not taught about the kissing. It's kissing and hugging to say hello, how you doing, mommy, I love you, or
Hold on.
whatever.
She just told
caregiver,
me
I
she's
love
from
you.
a school where a woman came up there in a lace top, threw herself on the floor, but
No,
nobody
these are
kissing
different
nobody.
people. No.
No, listen,
You
y'all
are.
are wilding.
They
all over. Your conversations are all over the place.
No, you.
My conversation all over the place. No, but this is the point I'm making.
May
Yeah, absolutely. Go
back to
ahead.
your question.
Go ahead.
In this day and age, today, gay is norm. Gay is the norm. You turn on the TV, there's a gay, there's a homosexual, I don't want to use the word, in someone's family, somebody's workplace, at the school, that's all over TV. I personally had a problem with that. Because there's no, as far as I know right now, there's no homosexuals in my family. Because from back in the day, that wasn't something you just came out and said, okay, we're gay. So to this day, I don't know anybody that's homosexual in my family.
You Muslim.
Well, yeah, as a
Y'all
black
killed all them niggas.
No,
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
but it's a norm today.
Go ahead. I don't know about that, but go ahead.
No, I mean, when I say
know
it's a
why you
norm,
say that. It's prevalent. It's
you
all
walk
over
down
the
the street.
place.
I'm from Park Slope, Brooklyn. You walk down the street, 90% of the families you see are homosexual. You have two mothers, or you have two fathers walking down the street holding hands. I have a son who has a friend whose mom had her quote-unquote sister. That was her auntie. So I'm trying to figure out, was that her auntie from her mother's side or from her father's side? But you could tell they were a couple. But they didn't come out and say it. But anytime the mom was at the school doing any type of anything, so was the auntie. If the mom wasn't there, the auntie was there to pick her up. So, I mean, maybe it was left for us to assume, and we didn't know for sure because nobody asked, but you could tell they were a couple. I don't know what happens in their home, and I don't know if it makes a difference or what makes it more healthy. What was the question? Is it better to have a homosexual couple as
Not better.
parents?
I mean, does something lack, or is the environment a little less healthy for a child to be reared in?
Well, I personally, I don't
environment-
agree with homosexuality, but again, that's my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
And but I know men that were raised by all women, by their grandmother, the aunt, the mothers, sisters, cousins. And I don't know why there wasn't a father in the family, but he turned out to be responsible.
Let me put this on the table, though, because based on the conversation that's been going back and forth, you might my stance in it may be misunderstood. I believe there's very well-functioning, whatever you want to call it, reasonable people who have been raised by two gay parents. Because, there's no absolutes in this. You know what I mean? I'm talking about ideal versus ideal. But in getting back to that conversation with Miss Fee, because, and I'm not going to let you off the hook with that question. I want you to answer that question. You're talking about 5 years old, doesn't kiss. All right. Which age would you suggest that boys start kissing girls? Just pick an age.
I'll put them all the way up into their teens. Not until you reach high
why
school.
though?
I mean, I don't really. I have
fuck
boys.
is going
I
on?
have boys. Don't.
No, because if you promote love in your house,
All right, let's say-
you kiss your child.
I know, but I don't want to promote my children growing up kissing girls. I don't know.
All right, so let's say a boy is interested in kissing a girl at 8 years old. Let's say he just wants to kiss.
I mean,
He wants to kiss.
That's what I'm saying. How?
All right. He wants to kiss. Kiss in the mouth. Kiss in the mouth.
Why? In what sense? Is it because?
Because he want to kiss.
Because you want to kiss?
Because the motherfucker want to kiss. That's it.
Why would? That's what I'm saying. Why would a boy want to kiss a girl? You have to. Why? Is it because he's saying hello?
No, because they're exploring. They're exploring what they've seen adults do. They're exploring. I was kissing girls. Listen.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's
Why
what you were
you wasn't kissing
exposed
girls
to.
you wasn't kissing boys until a teenager?
Yes.
Said fucking lie.
I'm not gonna lie. A teenager. I'm gonna say 14, but still, I was.
All right, so let's say your son's 11 years old, and he's been watching.
Hell no.
He's been watching. He's been watching what you say is, what we suggest is the norm right now. And children don't judge this. Everything is cool with it.
At young age.
And your boy wants to kiss his friend, who's another boy. That shit ain't gonna fuck with you.
It will.
You motherfucker right gonna fuck.
It will.
So everybody's sitting here talking about that.
No, I'm not saying.
When your son is doing that shit,
okay,
I want to see
listen.
you talk that same shit. Exactly. I want to see you talk that same shit.
All right.
Now I'm not saying.
You really like kind of switching it up. All right.
Switching it up.
But
Yes.
I'm sorry. How's that switching it up?
listen, wait. From my
This is supposed to be our single parent, right?
exactly children growing up. All right. Let's say my belief is children need to grow up in a loving, structured environment. I have my boys by myself, and daddy's involved, so that helps a lot. I can't do it by myself, and I encourage people to put aside their ego and their pride to let the other parent be involved, because at the end of the day, it's seriously ain't about me. But if my son decides that he wants to kiss a girl or a boy, if that's his preference, whichever way he decides to go, which Again, I would prefer it to be a girl. I would prefer it to be a girl.
Oh, these motherfuckers are scared of the camera.
No, I'm just saying I would
Go ahead,
prefer
say
it to
it.
be a girl. But if he does, no matter who it is, whether it's a boy or a girl, you better believe I'm going to be a mother and be like, who the hell is this? Why? Who are they? You better worry about your schoolwork. You better worry about your band, your whatever it is activity that you're into, and do not engage in that type of nonsense.
I agree with that.
You're 11.
I agree with that.
Put your little hormones, take it to the bathroom, close the door, and do what you got to do. Explore that way by yourself.
Then you gonna teach him to masturbate? You can't kiss a girl?
Well, you have to teach your kids.
I have to teach. Yes, I have to teach
You
him
gonna
everything.
teach your son to masturbate?
You have to.
Yes,
yeah,
I
you have
teach
to
him
speak to them.
everything. I have to go.
You
I have to
This
teach him how to
conversation
wash
getting
his
crazy.
behind. wash his-
This
I have to
has
teach
gone
everything.
way left
No, I'm
field.
just as a
No, but you're
parent,
right.
this is
You're
what
right.
you
We
have
was
to
talking
do.
about single parenthood. She talking about like son beating off.
No,
like,
I know.
I'm talking about
Okay,
homos in the
this is
yard. Like this.
I'm
shit-
just saying,
this
as a
shit got
mom,
crazy.
as a mom,
I've never heard a mom say they
as-
teach their son to beat off.
I don't
You
teach
have
him
to
how to,
teach
but
the
you
kids
have to
to
teach
masturbate.
everything.
What?
I'm in juvenile
You teach
corrections.
him-
We actually have
you
a
teach him
course
beat
on
off?
that. We have a course on that. We have to teach because these kids nowadays are
Your
running out.
mom, man.
I'm not going to teach. I'm not going
I
to teach
feel
him
like
how
you've
to
been
do
letting me
that. I don't
down
know.
for a long
That's-
time, ma.
As I
I
said,
gotta learn this shit on my own.
As I said,
How
Daddy
big
is
my fucking arms
involved.
is, dog. I'm good at that shit.
Daddy is involved, but it is my job to teach him everything. It's like, who is this person you're kissing, and why are you kissing?
She's
I need to
crazy.
get
Like
why.
that
Why?
shit.
Crazy.
I'm
Why?
crazy. She's
You
talking about
are.
telling her son to beat
No.
off.
Let's
Alright,
get
so
back to the
what
topic.
age he beat off? What age he beat off?
No, the question
I wanna
is
know what age he
why?
beat off. What age he
Why?
beat? He can't kiss a girl that can beat off.
If
I
he's
wanna know
kissing a
age.
boy or girl, the question is why, and it's my job as a parent to find out the why. It's my job to communicate that to the father, so we can collectively together come together and find out the why behind it. The who, the what, the why,
I think you
and
telling him to
handle
beat
it.
off is much more interesting. Though.
No, we're on single parent. We're
To
gonna.
who? To who is that more?
We're in single parenting. But as a parent, if you don't introduce
That's what I like to
as a
talk about. I
parent,
teach
if
you
you
how to-
don't introduce things to your children, who will?
No
You either
visuals.
introduce the
You
right
ain't gotta-
proper
Nobody
way.
had to introduce me to
It's the
beating
same.
off.
It's the same way to having the drug talk with children. It's the same way.
Is there a wrong way to beat off?
Oh my
Is there?
lord.
This is crazy.
I don't know. You tell me. Is
Yeah,
there
out
a
in
wrong
public.
way?
Out in
Out
public.
of-
That's
yes.
the wrong way to
That's
do
the
it.
wrong
Out
way?
in public.
And at 11 years old, that's the wrong way.
Listen.
Listen about time.
You have to teach them everything because you will be surprised.
No, y'all gotta talk one at a time though. Thank you for coming out to another edition of Effbee Lounge. You can hold hands in the yard. We teach kids how to beat off.
No, we do not.
Felicia's offering a course in this shit.
No, I
Grease,
am
use
not.
lubricant.
And yo, listen. As once again signing off, my name is Lance Wins.
Felicia Castwell.
Say that louder.
Felicia, my
Give me
name
your
is
email
Felicia,
address.
and I do not teach children how to beat off.
Give me your email address.
Lorena, Brooklyn.
You're gonna get hate mail.
Kat Hernandez.
Asian almost known as Ace, get used to the face.
Come on, man. Listen,
Right.
I was supposed to say love feels good. You should try it sometime. This thing got a whole different ring to it right now. Lance Wins, one.
Effbee Lounge is brought to you by Lance Wins Presents.